the United States Supreme Court appears on the edge of possible overturning the landmark ruling that gave movement of the constitutional rights to access abortion, courts in many parts of the world have been moving in the opposite direction. What is Roe vs. Wade law? The United States, from a leaked draft view telling the country's top court could overturn the landmark 1973 Roe vs. Wade decision. The document published by Politico suggests the country's top court is poised to overturn the 1973 decision that legalized abortion nationwide. If the court strikes down the Roe vs. Wade ruling, individual states would be allowed to ban abortion if they wish. The Supreme Court justices are expected to issue ruling in last June or early July. Roe vs. Wade in the court's rights because Mississippi is asking for it to overturn. The justice heard that case in December. 13 states have already passed so-called trigger law that will automatically ban abortion if Roe is overturned this summer. A number of others would be likely to pass law quickly. Some 36 million women could then lose abortion success, according to research that Planned Parenthood, a healthcare organization which provides abortion. President Joe Biden said in a statement on Tuesday, if court does not overturn Roe, if all our nation elected officials, all the level of government to protect women's rights issue, we will need more pro-choice senators, pro-choice majority in the House to adopt legislation that codifies Roe, which I have worked to pass the sign to law.
I just got a call saying that it's been announced that it is a real draft, but it doesn't represent who's going to vote for it yet. I hope there are not enough votes for it. It's the main reason why I worked so hard to keep Robert Bork off the court. It reflects his view almost word. Anyway, look, the idea that it concerns me a great deal that we're going to, after 50 years, decide a woman does not have a right to choose, one. But even more, equally as profound is the rationale used. And it would mean that every other decision relating to the notion of privacy, it becomes a law, and if what is written is what remains, it goes far beyond the concern of whether or not there is the right to choose. It goes to other basic rights, the right to marry, the right to determine a whole range of things. Because one of the issues that this court, many of the members of the court, a number of the members of the court, have not acknowledged is that there is a right to privacy in our Constitution. I strongly believe there is. I think the decision in Griswold was correct overruling it. I think the decision in Roe was correct because there's a right to privacy. There can be limitations on it, but it cannot be denied.
See you at the ballot box. The leaked ruling has also pushed the issue of abortion to the center of the November Congress midterm election, potentially open a path of Democrats to stem expected losses. President Joe Biden on Tuesday said it will fall on voters to elect officials who back abortion rights and vote to work to pass legislation in Congress that codify Roe vs. Wade. The Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts described the leak as a betrayal on Tuesday. Court employees have a classic and important tradition of respecting the confidential of the judicial process and upholding the trust of the court, Roberts says on a press statement. This was singular and aggression bench of the trust. The Chief Justice also announced that investigation would be launched to find out who leaked the document. Countries where abortion is illegal, according to the Center for Reproductive Rights, a global legal advocacy organization, there are 24 countries in the world where abortion is completely prohibited. These include Malta, Europe, El Salvador, Honduras, Central America, Senegal, Egypt in Africa, and the Philippines and Laos in Asia. Some 19 million of 5% movement of reproductive age live in countries that prohibits abortion altogether.